going on? Out here getting me a little freaking walkie walk. While the sun's out. Are you familiar with what a dual citizenship is? Well, basically, dual citizenship is when you are a citizen of multiple countries at once. So, you can be in one country, but you actually belong to another country. If you are one of these dual citizenships, I mean, it's kind of like me being an Indian. I'm close to almost a dual citizen, but not quite, because we're kind of like a freaking I don't know, a weird political class, kind of a captivity sort of a class of people. So it's like not. Dual citizenship is more or less like, that's for conquerors and not for captives. You know what I'm saying? Basically, we're forced to be subjects. You know what I'm saying? To someone like back in the day in Rome, when you had to pay unto Caesar dues. It's the same for us now. And actually, that's kind of where your fucking dual citizenship actually kind of comes from, is Rome. But the reason why it's important to be labeled a dual citizen is because if you're a dual citizen, you're not allowed to be in politics. You're not allowed to be a politician. Well, it used to be that way. And the reason for that is, okay, let's say there's a nation that is a political adversary. And, okay, if we let you into our political scheme and let you be a politician or your vote or you have sway, what's to say you won't throw the vote for the sake of your other country, that you're a dual citizen? Like, let's say you're a freaking Russian KGB, but over here you're let me think, what's that freaking Jeb Bush, okay? Not Jeb Bush, but just using his name, just throwing his name out there, because he is a famous political person with prestige. But you know what I'm saying? It's not him in particular, but it's like these days a lot of politicians are dual citizens, and you wonder why. Like they voted for the American Union. Like this goes back to Bill Clinton and NAFTA, North American Trade frickin' Agreement or something like that. But anyway, it's where they subcontracted out all the work to places like Mexico and China. And with this North American Union, all these people are pooled together with us, like people from Mexico, where, look, dude, I mean, on their own production tip, only thing they're making is coca and mota. You know what I'm saying? And meth. You know what I'm saying? Like industrial grade meth. Because they can, get the frickin', they can get the mass quantities of the shit from China. And because there's no frickin' environmental protection laws. So that's like, they claim to have environmental protection here. That just means we're going to take our garbage and dump it, our toxic waste, and we're going to go dump it in maritime ocean. So there's really no one can fucking prosecute us, because it was them from the maritime that gave us the okay and told us to do it, because they're all in it together, because they're dual citizenship. In a way, that's what the maritime does, is it helps cover the tracks of dual citizenship, and it helps to undermine sovereignty of nations, so they can basically crash your fucking economy and then buy up your stuff for pennies on the dollar. And there's people inside of this country who have a lot of money, and they'll be told through insider trading when to take out all their money, and then they'll let the freaking economy crash, and then once it starts to build back up, they will start buying stocks for pennies on the dollar. That is wealth redistribution. And it's a real nasty cutthroat, no holds barred, low blowing, freaking just despicable, no honor. No honor amongst thieves, man. And that's what it is, it's thievery. I mean, just as it is to take a whole population captive and make them fucking pay tribute, it's kind of fucking robbing somebody. Somebody's got to pay. Somebody's got to be. It's as old as time, man. This is fucking slavery. You can't outright turn someone into a slave. Well, the next best thing is have them under tribute, which means the same thing. It means I gotta go produce. I need to frickin' endure whack labor to make money, so I have something, so I can basically pay rent to some dual citizen foreigner who is just robbing us fucking blind and has political amnesty, and they basically are untouchable. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like obvious though that if there's something wrong, and it's like, so basically any of these laws that have been swayed or put into use by dual citizenship, in all actuality is null and void according to the to our laws, man. And that's the reason for it, because you can't have the enemy as a politician in your country vote in the wrong way on everything, even though votes are fake. A long time ago, these people already took over the entire game, and now it's just political theater, and it's really the real way that they come to consensus or get policy pushed through is all different from what we believe it is. And for instance, that's what it's like, how come there's so many freaking dual citizens? A person like me who doesn't vote and is not going to, because it's a freaking scam. Once you stop playing the left versus right, Hegelian dialectica, and yeah, it frees up a lot of space. It's a lot of memory space before you look at what's really going on. Like, hey, what's up with all you dual citizenship motherfuckers? You know what I'm saying? You see, like I was saying, about being an Indian, I have a federal ID. So I guess I'm like a registered federal captive. And I have no real citizenship because I just have no power. And it's all fiat theater. And I mean, it's in the Constitution that Indians cannot vote, that their votes, like, they might give us a piece of paper and let us, like, make our mark, but once we leave the room, they wad that shit up and throw it in the freaking garbage. Kind of like, when you go to fill out an application and the person just doesn't like you, they're just gonna crumple that shit up and throw it in the toilet paper, or throw it in the freaking throw it in the freaking trash. And, you know, so, I mean, you could just say, I'm just fucking crazy. Oh, man, you're just freaking crazy. Well, hey, man, you ain't never walked in my freaking shoes. And, you know, I didn't ask to be here. I just found myself here. And I'm just trying to make sense of everything. And in order to really bust out of the freaking mold, you know what I'm saying? You gotta do your own freaking research, and you know what I'm saying? Not be a gullible, pure pressure, folding ass. I'm just gonna, I gotta fit in so bad. It's like, no, I don't even want to fit in anyway. But yeah, man, it's not what they tell you. Things aren't what they seem. There's a lot of manufactured ordo ad KO, and it seems like they're trying to pull the plug and go wild weasel right now. And it's like pro wrestling. They've pulled out the chairs and the spike bats, and they got the freaking cage out. You know, and the freaking, you got the music playing as the dude's coming out to the stage, and it's just a script. And none of these people are actually in power. They're just pretending, and they're like ceremonial, like scarecrows for us to project our energies at, whether it be good or evil. You know what I'm saying? And these dudes are rewarded for their compliance, because you are a real despicable scumbag piece of shizzle. Con man. Fucking con man. But hey, he'll get paid, he'll be rewarded handsomely in this evil frickin' Satan circus here that we live in. I don't like the fucking circus. I don't like clowns. Fuckers can take a hike. Oh, I fucking care. Off a cliff. It's bad enough. Reality's bad enough. It's enough of a fucking circus. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, frickin' pay attention to what I'm talking about here. Dual citizenship.